Good Sunday morning, everybody. I just got a couple miles in, a little run, a little workout, a little walking. Had a lot on my mind lately. At one point, felt like I had a calling to do some men's ministry. I still don't know all the details of that. I don't have it worked out. I got a friend of mine asked me to share on kind of becoming a new man through Christ on his podcast or show, whatever you want to call it, coming up soon. So I was trying to practice a little bit. When I became a new man, I was saved at a young age, at like 10-year-old, and baptized then. And I've done lots of different things over the years. I always knew right from wrong, but I did plenty wrong. But in 2017, late 2017, early 2018, late 2017, I'd always dealt with anger and always seemed ill and mean, I guess forceful. It was Christmas of 17, right before Christmas of 2017, and me and my wife had a little argument, and I just let anger build up to the point where I just let it overtake me, and I was being a dummy. There's no two ways about it. I told her to leave and just wanted to throw everything that we had worked for away, just out of anger and stupidity, really. Luckily, God was working the whole time and I didn't realize it. I just went on about working on me, and she went to work with God on her side of working on me. I was just working like I've always worked. It's the only thing I've ever been good at is just work. But me and my wife really got to praying for me. Went into full-blown spiritual warfare on the behalf of our marriage, our household, and our family. I highly recommend you men find a woman that will do such. Wonderful thing. But they finally got me thinking the right way. My wife, friends, family, even God, they were all working on me at the same time. I wasn't smart enough to realize it the whole time, but that's what was happening. I guess the short version is my wife convinced me to start going to church. Well, I was still too stubborn and ill to go to church with her like she asked, so I went to church other places. Well, God's working in any church just like the one she was going to, so I wasn't dodging any bullet there. It was just my own stupidity. And God started to work in me, and this goes to my favorite verse. I guess my new favorite verse, my original favorite verse was Psalms 46:10, be still and know that I am God. And that falls into the way I love to hunt and fish and just being God's creation. I've always loved that, and that's always spoke to my heart. Just be still and realize that God's in everything around you. So you can be still and recognize God. But after 2018, I got to realizing there's a new verse that fits me a little better now. And it's Ezekiel 36:26. I can't quote the whole thing right now, just off the top of my head, but it says he'll remove the heart of stone from your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. So when you turn your heart over to Christ, it's a complete makeover of your heart. I was full of anger all the time. I was always ill, and I cared about nothing or nobody. You couldn't change my mind. It was my way or no way. and I really didn't have empathy for anything. And after I rededicated my life to the Lord, and of course in the meantime there goes without saying that God helped put our marriage back together as He was working on me. Thank you, Lord. But I have cried more and been more in touch with everything around me since that early 2018. I'm gonna say it's February 2018, about when that happened. But God really did create a new heart, a new foundation in my core of caring about others more than myself, and things that breaks God's heart now breaks my heart. And that, I believe, that goes right along with that verse of removing a heart of stone and giving you a heart of flesh. Because I had a heart of stone. I didn't care how much pain I caused or saw in somebody else. It didn't bother me. It didn't faze me. And that's a terrible way to go through life. You kind of miss life, because life is about hurting with others and for others, even yourself. Sometimes you need to go through a certain amount of pain to be able to enjoy the feeling good, or sadness to enjoy joy. But anyway, that's kind of my short on, I guess, my practice for explaining the new heart of flesh in place of a heart of stone. And I guess that's it for now. Y'all have a good day.